feel about this style we get of them splicing parts of this movie with, like, old film moments of bow and arrow and people up in guard towers and shit? How do we feel about that?
I liked it, and this is where I'll go back to it, because it's like, it's flashes of old war and old military from different eras, right?
Yeah.
There's like medieval military stuff, and then there's kind of like, I guess there's one shot of like little kids in uniform marching, and there's shots of just like, like old military footage. And then I think we also get a couple shots of, like, spliced in with it, of what looks like the scope vision from the second movie.
Yes, we do.
And so, like, that's the only reference you'll get to weeks later in this, I think, is, like, what that looked like to be looking down the scope.
Yeah.
And shooting, like, civilians that are running from zombies.
Yep.
I liked it. I thought it was punk and, like, a little jarring, but, like, also I think it just is folding in this message that this is like the culmination. This moment is a culmination of all of this war culture and, like, what is behind war culture but toxic masculinity, right? Coming together to this mission of, like, oh, we have to do this. Because, again, they're walking, and through this kind of, like, montage of between them walking, and then we get the old footage and stuff, they stop, like, pretty much in the middle of the causeway, and Jamie, the dad, asks, he's like, are we really doing this, to Spike? And Spike is like, I can't go back now. They'll think I'm soft. And Jamie seems very pleased with this answer.
Well,
like,
because he says, well, we can't have that.
Yeah. And he's like very, very like pleased that was the answer that his son gave, right? Yeah. So that's this. I think, like, the cut in footage and stuff is just kind of adding to this swell of, like, here we are, here is what we're doing and where we're going to this dangerous situation because of all of this build up of culture.
Yeah. I would say that's much deeper than my thought of, like, I felt like this was the only way that they could stylistically match 28 Days Later with the footage on the TVs.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
That's where my brain went, because I was like, well, this was really the only avenue they could take to try to mimic that.
Right.
So
no, that makes sense. I think that's like both of our thoughts, like, combined, or, like, you're thinking, like, the technicality of it, like, how do we connect it, like, visually to a previous movie? Yeah. And then it's, like, asking them, well, why do they need to do that in the first place, right?
Yeah.
We're so smart.
I know.